was just about cleaning up all the spray foam I did, and now I've got a really bad problem. I've got water coming out of one of the holes, and this whole area is spray foamed. So where is this water coming from? It's been raining for the past 4 days straight, so the only thing I can think of is that there is a leak in the roof or in the body outside, and it's making its way down. So it's really bad news. I'm gonna have to find that leak and stop it. I'm gonna cut this away and I'll have to refill it after. There's nothing wet in there. So I don't get what's happening. On the outside, and there's just a couple places that it could leak from. It could leak from this seal here, this one here, which is very unlikely because it's just tight everywhere, or some seal behind here, and it'd have to make its way down somehow to that point that it's leaking from. The other option is that there maybe is some rust under here and it's made its way through, but I don't think so. But it's full of water. Okay, I made my way down here and I found a puddle of water. But there's nothing above this line. There's no water above this line. So I wasn't sure what caused the leak. So after I discovered it, I posted on a couple groups in Facebook and Reddit, and within about 10 minutes I got several responses confirming it is the plastic side panel tabs. Well, most likely it's that. And here's a video showing that it's a job you must do. You must seal the trim. And so I didn't do that. So what I'm going to have to do now is take off all the trim from the sides, seal that, and then I'm just going to re-spray foam the little cutouts I made. So I'll be going around the van and removing all the side trim pieces. I'm lucky that the next 5 days are going to be all sunny, no rain. That should give it enough time to dry, but it's also going to delay my project by 5 days because I won't be able to continue with the inside insulation until I get all the water out of here. So I've taken off the rear trim, and it looks like the leak was in one of these. Yep, it's still wet, still watery. So it's basically one of these slots, just a bit of an arm's length. So it's one of these. I'm gonna take this one off just in case. Now I know it's most likely sealed. Yeah, so it was sealed really well. I'll have to replace this. I've done a test with different sealants to see which would work best to seal these clips. Let me just rotate this a little bit. So on the far left, I used pure pro grade silicone for windows and door trim. Over here I used acrylic silicone mix, and over here I used polyurethane for metal and plastic, I think. Let me check. So just for metal, I hope it works fine with the plastic clips. So I'm gonna let that dry for a couple hours and give it a try and see which of these performs the best. Tomorrow we're gonna get some rainfall, but luckily it's been 4 days now since the last rainfall and since the van has been drying, and I think most of the tiny leaks I had inside through these clip holes is now dried out. I vacuumed it and did a couple other things to try to accelerate that. Notice that it's still dirty and I haven't washed anything off. That's because I don't want any water to go inside these holes. So what I'm going to do is go with my polyurethane foam gun and fill up the holes. Once they're sealed, then I can wash it without worrying. And this part here is just an empty part of the bottom, and I don't think there's an easy way for any cold or heat to actually make its way up here, since there's that flange that covers most of it. So this is my old Sprinter. Please don't mind the rust, but I cut right around where that flange is. It would be right around here. So just over here is where we have a piece of metal that separates this bottom portion from the interior. And so I don't want to fill this with foam because it would add no R value to the entire inside of my body, which is what I care about. I'm using the Pro version. So I'll start by filling in the holes that I cut out to see if there's water damage. And that's basically it. I'm just going to continue all the way around the van. Well, one thing I really noticed is that it's expanding a lot more on a warm day like today. It's about 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so here's the test. So I'm going to start from left to right and pull. And it's been 1 day minimal for each of these that it's been curing. So that comes off real easy. That's better. Wow, that's on there good. The difference between these two is that I sandpapered or scorched up the paint area before I applied it, but this one's doing just fine without it. So that's on real solid. These two, the silicone was terrible. So now that I know the polyurethane's the winner, I'm going to go ahead and clean up all the area where I removed the trim from, clean out the excess foam, and fill in a bit more of the holes that didn't fill up fully, and then I'll continue. Soap and degreaser, both biodegradable. I don't think I actually need soap. It might be better that I don't use it because it might make the surface less sticky. Okay, now I'm going to wipe it down with this blue automotive cleaning towel to remove any film or soot that remained after the wash. And this I can't take care of because I don't have the Mercedes white paint yet, and I don't even know if I'm going to go with this color, so I'm going to leave it as is for now. That was some bad rust there. Okay, I've arrived at this spot. This is going to be a pain. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to let it dry. Okay, so now comes the fun part of cleaning up all these little tabs, popping them in, popping the panels back on. And I only need to clean the inside. You might be wondering why I'm putting the tabs inside the panel and popping the panel on. My thinking is that these can pop in only in one way, and that is vertically, whereas if I pop them into the body panel, it can rotate any which way, and if it has the wrong rotation, it won't pop into this trim panel. It's pretty thick. I'm gonna add some sealant to the edge of this just in case. It won't hurt. That's the last one. I think it's in. These ones go on different. They don't pop in, they slide in. The white ones. Yep. This one broke off. I'm not sure what to do about that. That's what it sounds like when people say hello to each other during COVID times. Okay, so I'll be using a high strength, I guess it's called a Tech Bond glue stick. I didn't realize how flexible it is. It's pretty cool. because I don't have time to wait for epoxy to cure in order to fix this crack here, and I figure this is better than nothing. I'm gonna wait for this to cool and then I'm gonna add a bit more. I think that's enough. Pretty much recreated this support, this bracket. I got really lucky. I figured this was gonna be just maybe a 2-3 hour job, and the forecast said it was gonna rain today at 3 p.m. I'm way behind. I'm not even halfway done, and it's almost 6 p.m. and still no rain, so I got real lucky. So far so good. I'm now officially done one half. Let's move on to the other side. Gotta seal that. I'm so much faster at doing this now.